It's game time! Oh yeah!
This episode is sponsored in part by PTZ Optics. Why hire a camera operator when the control is in your hands? Visit ptzoptics.com for more information. And by NewTek, makers of the TriCaster TC1. Stun your viewers, not your accountant. Visit newtek.com for more information.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Game Time. Unlike what Moat just said, this isn't Sesame Street, and we're not learning how to count, Mr. Moat. That face says it all.
Yep.
Come on, man. Are you still down?
I'm not down about anything. I'm fine.
I see your glasses are fixed, so you got to be happy about
that. Yes, they are.
Don't break them.
All nice and well. I mean, I can't control what rage it does, but
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's good to see you back here. You're healthy. You all got sick, and then the following week I got sick. I don't know how you did that or how you made that happen, but I'm not happy about it.
It's the weather. It's literally.
It really is. Yeah, we went from summer to fall. We also got the wild man, Mr. Bill. Welcome.
I'm here.
We're here. You're here. And
yep, everybody's here.
We also brought a special guest with us. He doesn't know what he's getting into, but he's here. We've got Tom Jenkins from GameCleveland.com. Welcome, sir.
Hey, guys. Thank you for having me.
You have a busy week. Well, busy next 2 weeks. And then a busy weekend, right? Coming up.
Yeah, it's been insane. I actually took 4 weeks off from my full-time job. So I've already been working, I'd say 2 weeks full-time on CGC already. But yeah, next week and a half are going to basically go by in like what feels like 5 minutes.
So why don't you, for those that don't know, living under a rock, haven't heard anything from us. Yeah, I know. Michael B goes, look at that NES collection. We were just talking about that. He said he wants to sell it. He wants to get rid of it.
Yeah, who wants it?
There it is.
Come on, Mike. It's all yours.
Yeah. I think Michael B has almost all of it.
Ow.
I think Michael B almost has all that. That was Bill on his end.
Okay,
that was
I was
not.
gonna say.
Was it me?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Ow. Wow.
That's weird. I don't know why that.
Oh, maybe it's on his end because I don't hear it. I don't know. Do you guys hear anything else? I don't hear anything. I'm not seeing anything on the meters.
It's kind of peaking a little bit. It's like.
Yeah, I'm not hearing that. Oh, Mike said he sold all his. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm almost there. I feel like I'm.
How many are you? How many are you missing?
I think I'm like 30 or 40 I'm missing. You know, it's gotten to a point where it's quasi ridiculous. So I've just kind of, I'm like, I can get an arcade cabinet or something for the price of one NES game. So
don't say that.
It's just the truth. I have a copy of Back to the Future on NES sealed, and I just got it back graded. And I looked at it like, man, it's like a $1,600 cart. I should sell that.
Wow.
What am I doing?
That's really weird.
I think it's really great. I want to get rid of it.
You want to get rid of the whole collection?
No, just the Back to the Future game.
Oh, just the Back to the Future.
Put it in the chat. There you go.
Well, why don't you talk a little bit about, for those that don't know, talk a little bit about Cleveland Gaming Classic, which is coming up next Friday, right?
Yeah, the show is next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here in Cleveland, Ohio. September 22nd through the 24th. We're actually at the IX Center, which is a Massive is an understatement. It actually used to be an old tank plant back in the day, and you can pull a Boeing airplane in there. I mean, it literally houses airplanes. This convention center is massive. So we're back. We're Ohio's largest weekend of everything gaming, and we are going to be at the IX Center. You can go to GameCleveland.com to learn more, but the show is next weekend. If you're a nerd or just love nerd things, you should be there.
I think it's going to be. I just looking at these pictures. For those that are just watching, let me go full screen with this. The cosplay is kind of incredible here. I mean, you have a ton of people coming just doing cosplay, right?
Cosplays, it's like I always say, last year I swear like 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 people were in something, dressed up as something. So cosplay, yeah, it's a huge part of it. We have our cosplay masquerade is on Saturday, I think at 4:30 on the main stage. But yeah, Rubber City Cosplay runs that every year, and it's like a standing room only type event. It's pretty incredible. So come dressed up. I always come dressed up too.
I'm actually going to do it too.
You should.
I am going to do it.
Oh, you definitely should.
I'm going to do it. Because I guarantee I'll probably be the only one dressed as who I'm going to be dressed as.
Uh-oh.
This sounds funny, right? It sounds really funny. And you're like, that's a really bold statement. But I think once you see it, you're going to be like, yep. Wait. I'll do this. I'm going to mute the stream, and I'm going to say it to these guys. And then we'll see if I'm right. Am I right, though? Probably the odds of somebody else doing that is probably slim to none.
Very slim. Look, it's always a possibility, but it's pretty slim. I think that would be a good one.
I'm not going to reveal, but I know someone that may be also. Just saying.
Oh, no way. What's the odds?
Yeah. not high, but I mean, yeah. I do know someone else has told me they're doing something very similar. So.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, I'll have to introduce it to you. It'd be great.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll have to see what's happening here. We can see some lurkers on Twitch over here. Yeah. So, guys that are watching over Twitch, somebody actually said, like, am I like the only one on Twitch? We're like streaming to 10 different destinations. So there's an audience on YouTube. There's people over on Facebook. Michael B's talking about getting drunk and playing pinball over on YouTube. So there's a bunch of people everywhere. And does somebody have a wireless headset?
The static is really bad.
See, I don't hear the static, but every now and again I hear it come on, and I'm not using everything's hardwire here. But I hear it kind of come through. A phone. Does anybody have a phone near?
I always have my phone near.
A laptop or anything like that. Just check, because I don't want poor Moat's over here like, dude, my ears, man. Jeez.
Look, I just look. If I can hear it, that means they can hear it. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah, but I'm not hearing it like you're hearing it. I'm hearing it just like a little bit of static here. But
Yeah.
but
That's what I'm getting. Yeah.
we'll see if it's a phone or something, like sending a
It
message.
may have been
or
my
something.
phone.
Okay.
My
Near speaker or something.
Yeah. I'm not good at this. You guys gotta
So
help me out.
no, that's good. So this is something we were talking about. Bill and I were going. Somebody had asked me this week with CGC, with taking the studio and everything, and they were like, "So why don't you just take wireless microphones? Why don't you just use?" Because I have probably about 5 wireless microphones, and I'm like, "Nope, that would be a last resort because of that very thing." You have a bunch of wireless microphones going on in a certain vicinity. I'm sure you guys might even have them on the main stage, right? And then if I have them, you start getting interference and you can get noise like that. So that answers your question there. So you really think so? Out of all, I mean, you're expecting what, 15,000 people to come to this, right? I think that's what we've seen.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're thinking we're gonna, based on all the data we have so far, pre-sale numbers, social engagement, we're thinking it'll be probably that big this year, which is wild.
So what's the odds of just me and one other person being that character?
Yeah, maybe there'll be a third or fourth person.
Really?
And the other one I do know is doing a mashup. I again, I don't want to say too much.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
You're doing a mashup, so but I know that is part of said costume.
Okay. All right. Well, we will see.
Is the second half of that mashup Deadpool? Because that's what most of them are.
It's not.
Oh wow. Yeah, Damien's right. There's 2 streams on YouTube right now.
That's all right.
Really?
That's all right.
That's interesting.
YouTube's running 2 streams. Yeah, why not? We
Sorry,
can do that.
I was just checking.
If you want, I can kill one of them.
Well, it's not up to me. It's just I don't want to, if you highlight somebody's comment, they're like, "Oh, hey, this is here," and then like,
it should all float.
there.
Yeah,
Like,
it should all float.
yeah,
in.
that's the only reason I was saying.
I-
Just saying, but let it.
Yeah,
let it
I'm
rock.
so okay. Since we have so many detectives in the chat room, I'm testing something for CGC for the live stream. So this was the only way that I could do it. So we have so many detectives that were able to find that there was 2 streams going. So yes, I am quite aware that there is a second stream.
Okay.
So we're good. See, nothing gets by these guys. Somebody said about, wait, is he going as Bonk? Do we know if there's somebody going to be dressed as Bonk?
As Bonk, I feel like I look like Bonk right now.
Maybe they're asking you if you're going as Bonk.
Yeah, thanks.
Wow.
Honey baked ham upstairs and just walk around with it. Put a leotard on. No one wants to see that.
MG's concerned about you, Moat. You wanna handle that one?
Is he okay? A little sad. Really? I thought I looked normal. Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm sorry. No, I'm absolutely fine. Seriously, chat, I'm fine. My bad. I apologize. It's National Video Game Day, I guess. I feel like I haven't played enough video games, so I guess I'm a little upset about that. But yeah, other than that, yeah, no, I'm good.
See, I'm trying to get away from like the arcades and stuff, and Tom's like, yeah, just sell your NES collection, get arcades. That's the way to go, right? Thanks, Tom.
I'm not saying it's the way to go. I'm saying I'm open to offers.
So before people ask, what pinball machine you got running in the back right behind you that you can sort of see?
Yeah, so I have a Star Wars Pro.
Ooh,
nice.
Over here, I've got a Popeye cabinet, Dig Dug, Donkey Kong, DK Jr., Mario Brothers 3-in-1, a Miss Pac-Man, and then some of the newer stuff that shall remain nameless for now. So, but yeah, it's been great.
So when people are coming out, there was a big comment earlier on. I don't know if you saw it. Let me go back and see if I can't find it here. But there was a comment when I first came into here. This was a very important comment. He said it needs to be asked, and Tom needs to answer that comment. So I just want to make sure that you get to see that and can answer that for him.
Got it right here.
He must have been watching your coverage.
I may have a case in my fridge.
He can't confirm it tonight.
We're gonna have the beer at the show. Yeah, I think we went through 7 cases at the release party. So it was great though. No, it's been really like the beer we did. For those of you that don't know, we worked with the local Cleveland brewery. What we really try to do here in Cleveland is like build partnerships with Cleveland-based organizations. So something we wanted to do this year was brew a beer and then have that beer featured at the show. So that's something we did, and I think there's something like 20 some cases we're going to have left at the show.
Nice. So that'll be gone in the first 20 minutes, probably the Friday night after party, right?
We did talk about what the contingency plan was. We're like, so there are 20 cases. Like, what if it gets like Saturday at like 2? I mean, there's going to be we have other great, obviously, breweries here in Cleveland that will be featured there too, like for the after party and things like that. But yeah, we can't guarantee. We did 40 cases in total.
Wow.
Of the beer that we brewed with Collision Bend.
So because I was told by the other content creators, because I was asking them, I was like, so in between all the stuff that's happening on the main stage, what time are you guys going to come around? We'll do the round table, different things like that. And Michael B's instructions were, along with B Kong, was put us as late as we possibly can because we'll probably all be hungover and drunk from the night before. So we don't even know what time we're going to get there on Saturday. So I was like, okay, duty noted. So I'm sure a couple of those cases
we shut down the building at 10 o'clock. So the building where you're going to get kicked out at 10 o'clock, which was interesting because it was so funny at the event we had at the brewery this past weekend. One of the guys that was at our show last year, Nick, was there, and he was the last guy to leave our show. And someone tapped him on the shoulder. Apparently, the story was someone tapped on the shoulders, like, everybody's gone. like, what are you doing here?
Did he get lost?
No, he's just playing games. He was just in the arcade, and everyone's like, they're closing the doors. Again, just having a good time, just totally just playing video games. And people, he's like, oh, okay.
So Tom told me right before we went live here, he's like, man, just hit me with anything. I don't care. Ask me questions. So the rumor that's been going around is New Wave Toys is bringing a full-size arcade that they have denied. Shiloh denied because he's 6'7", a 3/4 scale. The audience and inquiring minds want to know. Give it to him, Tom. The full-size, full scale from New Wave Toys is coming, right?
So yeah, that's what you'll see when you're there.
I knew it. Great. See, that's I told everybody.
You guys clip that?
Oh, I'm sure it's clipped. Console Fanboy's probably somewhere lurking. He'll have it up on a short.
Great.
I'm just saying, right?
Just want to make sure the message was clear.
At Games will be there. They're also what 8K now, right?
What about?
What? Well, they're not bringing the 4K stuff, so I assume they just bypassed.
They're bringing a ton of stuff. They actually just sent us their floor plan of the number of hardware pieces they're bringing.
Wow!
So it's great. They have a really packed booth, so gonna be some great things from them. So.
Yeah, and Stern's going to be there, and you confirm the Venom tables will be there. Godzilla, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I have not. So to be clear, I have not confirmed that Venom will be there, but I feel very confident Venom will be there. So I feel about 98% confident that Venom will be there. So
see what I did there, guys. I'm using my journalism skills here. I'm trying to get him to admit that see if Corey's watching right now. Corey's going, "Oh, that was slick." That was slick. He tried to trap Tom. He tried to get him to say yes.
This isn't my first time doing this. Come on. I'm not that amateur. I mean, I run the show for a living. People are always trying to talk me into things. I'm like, listen. No, but Stern will be there. I know they're bringing Zilla's, Foo.
Are they going to have a pretty big footprint there as far as game selection?
Yeah, I think we have a 20 by 30 booth space for them. The same for American Pinball. At Games, I think, is a 30 by 30. And then New Wave Toys, I think, is a 10 by 30 booth space. So they're all really big footprints. So yeah, they're all right on the main aisle. When you first walk through the main entrance truss, they're going to be right there on your right hand side.
So if you guys are paying attention, New Wave Toys is a 10 by 30. You don't need a 10 by 30 for a tiny little miniature 1/6 scale replicate. I'm just saying. Listen, you have to listen when people talk because they let things go like that.
Maybe it's shuffleboard. You don't know.
Well, Shiloh is a big guy.
Just put that wax on the table.
I'm just saying
those pucks fly.
No, I do think there's going to be a lot of cool surprises there. I know At Games said that they're going to take their 4K stuff to Chicago, which is later on, I think, in October. But they do have a plenty of the 1080p stuff that they're going to be bringing. Goofyfoot in the chat. He says, "I read lips and said nothing that answers the question." He's talking to you, Tom.
I like that, man.
So
I think I was actually yelling at my kids because I could hear my wife screaming at them.
So on top of all that, people are like, well, I'm not really into arcades and stuff like that, but you're going to have vendors there as well for guys that are maybe collecting for consoles and things like that, right?
Yeah, we will have so many vendors. Video game dealers are coming from all over the U.S. Tabletop, TCG, any of that stuff. Oh, CGC Power.
I was just going to say, let's talk
I
about
can talk about
CG.
CGC Power.
Let's talk
But
about
the only thing I'll say, too, on top of the vendors, like every show has vendors and exhibitors. So we'll have all the things you're used to seeing. And there's some really good dealers that have some really rare stuff, too. So, if you are looking for these types of things, you're going to find it. But CGC Power, that is something no one else has ever done, and no one else will ever do because we're just going to blow it out of the water. So
really, you're just going to leave everybody with that? You're just going to be like, we're just going to blow them out of the water.
We're gonna hopefully have some video we're gonna share later this week. But if people don't know what I'm talking about, if you guys watch Video Power or like Legends of the Hidden Temple, did you guys watch those shows as kids?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mo, did you watch? Can't tell who I'm talking.
Yeah. I love
He's taking it all.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. Yeah, I was listening. I'm listening.
No, you're good. Yeah. You're good. I just, but yeah. So we are basically like rebuilding that experience. So we've built a set. Video Power. Even if we, our logo is kind of an homage to that, but you're basically we built this obstacle course. We've lined it with NES carts, Game Boys, Genesis, whatever games. And you're going to put on the quintessential Velcro vest. You have a helmet. On the helmet is a GoPro. That GoPro is also connected into the audio, which has a timer on it. And then you can actually, after you do your run, it'll send you the video of you running through the obstacle course. But you basically get 30 seconds in this course and slap all the NES games and Game Boy games and Neo Geo carts and everything to your vest. And then, you slide down a slide at the end. And it's I don't know if you have a clip of like someone running through the obstacle course. But
I'll see if I can.
That's basically what you're doing in this experience. So we have it set up to be like a 30-second experience. And there's, of course, the big red button at the end that you got to hit when it's over. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. We put a lot of love into it.
I guess Legends of the Hidden Temple, that was probably more widely rolled
course.
Yeah.
Nick Arcade had the kind of the thing they're talking about at the end with like with Phil Lewis and stuff, like with the kids going through like the obstacle course, like smacking stuff around the green screen stuff. That's that's great.
That was also hosted by JD Roth, wasn't it, originally? When the Legend, I know he did Game Pro when the Game Pro TV show came out, but I thought JD Roth also did Legends of the Hidden Temple. I thought in the beginning.
I'm not sure who the hosts were. I don't know.
I was gonna say he was always involved with some kind of video games show in some way, shape, or form. But so Matt Astor Gaming and Galaga Guy said they want to go against each other in the chat room. They want to be one of the first to go in there and do that. That's the way I read that comment right there.
Get on there. So it's gonna be open Friday night. It's gonna be open Friday night for the preview party, and we know it's gonna be one of those. We purposely built also we built like a seating area for it, so you can watch your friends or family play. Or even tomorrow, this is like ridiculous, but we're even shooting like a cheesy 90s video to, like when you go up to a ride at like Disney or Universal, it's, it used to be like Doc Brown would tell you before you get on the Back to the Future ride, like, oh, here's what you're about to experience, Marty. We're doing that tomorrow. We're shooting that. We're like, oh, welcome to CGC Power. And we're going to have like instructions on what you're supposed to do. And we're making it like a really cool,
that's going to be fun
experience. So you'll be able to watch your friends and get a high score, and then we're going to have prizes and stuff like that too. So,
and we're going to do our best to get some of that footage to show you guys during the live stream during the whole day. We're going to have a stream going, I think, from, I want to say the opening remarks are what, 11:30? I want to say.
I think we're doing the main stage opening ceremonies at 10:30.
Is it 10:30? Maybe
I
I'm
think
off.
10:30.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, hey, Steven, you got to be on this. You and Corey. I'm gonna tell Corey.
Well,
to get on
I
this.
have okay. So the list that I have the in between times when I'm supposed to go live.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So basically, I have from 8 a.m. until after. Well, so you have your opening ceremony, and then I could do anything before that to get
Do
everything going.
anything and everything.
Yeah, and then so this is what's going to happen, guys. Like, so they have a lot of cool content that's going to go on the main stage there. So we're going to stream that, but we're also, while that's going on, we're going to be walking the floor, getting all this stuff with people running through this thing. This is going to be crazy. We're gonna grab that, put it into the TriCaster. So in between the things that are happening on stage, you're going to get to see this stuff. So you definitely want to tune in. It's going to be a lot of fun. The bad guy.
I'm really excited for what you guys are doing. Thank you for helping us out again. This is going to be great. It's going to create a really cool experience. So.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping we can get enough of it, give that to the people that are on the fence about coming, or maybe either they can't come out because it's too far. Maybe next year they make some plans to come out. I think it'll be a lot of fun to show that. They're all talking about that in the chat room. Bill, would you do it if you're going to be there? Would you do the obstacle course?
I'd watch.
No, that's not what I asked you. Come on, you'd challenge Moat, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
He's like, nah. Well, you wouldn't do it, Moat? Come on, man.
No, because I would accidentally end up clotheslining somebody or something like that. Yeah,
You break your glasses.
It's one
again.
person at a time. It's
Yeah.
one person at a time. So, I mean, yeah, I will give you guys a little insider tip here. So I will let this out, I guess. So in the obstacle course, there may or may not be like there's a arcade. It's a vending machine. Drops like those little eggs that we used to get. It's actually like a Flintstones. Steven, I think you saw it from when our team was at Corks, right?
Yeah.
So we're putting that in the obstacle course.
No
So there
way.
may or may not be quarters around. And so if you put the quarters in, let it do its thing, but you only have 30 seconds, right? So you got to put the quarters in, then you're going to still be grabbing games, and then go back and get your egg, because the egg's going to have like a bonus multiplier or something like that, and we still got to figure out. So for those of you watching, maybe a little pro tip. So
you're going to do the first run through this, right? We're going to film you running.
You do it.
No. See, this is where.
Come on, somebody's got to do the test run, make sure it all works right.
That's what I'm saying. We'll film Tom running through it, showing everybody how to get it done.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to enjoy doing it. I don't know. We haven't talked. We're gonna, like I said, we're going to shoot some video later this week in our offices, working on it. We'll probably share some clips of what we're working on. But yeah, I'm going to definitely do it. I want to do it a bunch of times.
Yeah, I think so. You have. I know my son. He'll do it. He'll be down. My daughter will do it. So for those that are watching, those that are planning on attending, I know I'm going to be there early Friday morning, getting things set up as far as the tech goes. If you had to say one thing, what's the first thing that everybody should do after they get their badge and they get into this place? What's the first thing that they should do? What do you think would be the first attraction that they should check it out?
Well, Friday night, it's predominant. So the vendor expo is not open Friday night. Friday night is pretty much a preview of everything gaming. So what's going to be the big hit Friday night, and really why we've been encouraging pre-sale Friday night tickets, is BattleTech pods. I mean, those
Nice.
BattleTech pods, and I actually have a bunch of footage I have to upload, but those things are going to be a huge hit. We're bringing 6 of them.
Nice.
From the guy we're working with is bringing it from Kalamazoo, Michigan, driving them in, and those things, again, we've purposely built a queue that's like 30 by 20 or 20 by 20, something like that, because we know there's gonna be a line for those. So experience BattleTech. It's like when you get into Disney, it's like the first thing you do, you're going to whatever is it, what's the Star Wars one everyone goes to when rope drop happens, right?
Right.
Go to the BattleTech pods.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm asking, because a lot of people are wondering, what's the go-to? Like, what can I do to get it out of the way, and so that way, I can hit it first before the big crazy lines happen, right? Or the other people get in there, right? Until the public gets in. So if I have an early ticket, There you go.
Yeah.
So guys, mark
Yeah,
that down.
if you've never experienced those things, if you're a fan of mech games, like Mech Warrior or BattleTech, that is just it's a neat experience. There was an arcade near me that had one a while back. I didn't even know 6 of those still existed in the world, and that you're gonna have 6 of them there. That's wild.
We were trying to get 8, but 8 apparently do not fit on a truck. Yeah, but like I don't know if this will show up or not. I don't know if this shows up or not.
Here, I can go over to you.
Like you're showing me some of the footage. Make sure I'm on Do Not Disturb here, so my wife doesn't yell at me for not watching the kids or something. But you can see like maybe some of the interior.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's cool.
So, I mean, these things are massive. I mean, they're just giant. So they're giant pods. You sit in them, and everything's mechanical. The screen, everything, and even the guy who owns them is like, you make sure people people have been telling me like read the manuals, understand what you're doing because you can like reroute power and do this, and it's totally wild. So.
Galaga Guy 88 says, "Is there an area just to see and watch the BattleTech pods?"
There may be. I don't have confirmation of that. I know at one point we did talk about setting up some monitors so you could watch what's happening on the screens inside.
That would be cool.
I think we do have that. I can confirm with the guy who's bringing them, but I feel very confident that is happening, that he does have monitors so people outside can watch what's happening inside.
Yeah.
And I also know he does bring, it's like a dot matrix printer or something that prints out your scorecards afterwards too.
Oh, very cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Cosplayers, you name it, is going to be there. So we're looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm going to do some test streams. So you guys, please, if you're around Friday, we're going to get the streams going as early as possible. Once all the tech is set up, I'm going to do some testing so we can give you a little behind the scenes, even before some of you guys even get in the door, to do some tests with the live stream to make sure things are working properly, audio is working, those types of things, the minor stuff. So we'll have that going on as early as we get everything set up and try to see what we can make sure everything's working. Catch Tom in his element as he's going through and showing everybody how to do all this stuff.
I'm not gonna know what I'm doing.
Not that I'm putting any kind of pressure on him or anything like that.
Put this pinball machine over there.
So we do have a discussion tonight we want to talk about, but before we do that, I want to get to some of the gaming news that our news anchor Will put together.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Game Time News. Our top story tonight comes from Sony, who recently announced that they would be increasing the price of their PlayStation Plus service across all 3 tiers. Their Essential plan will go from $60 a year to $80, the Extra plan from $100 to $135, and their top tier Essential plan from $120 to $160. Now, while these prices officially went into effect for new subscribers on September 6th, Sony has stated that current subscribers will not see the price increase until their next renewal on or after November 6th. However, if you think that means you can buy an extra year before November 6th, well, too bad. Sony has stated any changes made to the service as of September 6th will be at the newer prices. Now, it remains to be seen if these price increases will go towards improving Sony services. We reached out to a spokesperson from Sony to ask what new features we can expect to get, and this is what they had to say.
You'll get nothing, and I can.
We'll have more as this story develops. Now, switching from Sony to Nintendo, Nintendo recently added 4 new games to its Nintendo Switch online service. These games include the well-known classics Kirby Star Stacker, Quest for Camelot, Joy Mech Fight, and Downtown Niketsu March Super Awesome Field Day? Wait, what the... Am I reading this right? This can't be the games they added. I mean, come on. Nobody even knows what the hell these games are. There must be better games than this crap. Yeah, I know we're on the air. So, if you're a subscriber to Nintendo Switch Online, be sure to download and play these great classic games available now. In other news, a YouTuber going by the name Bill's Retro Gaming Show has posted a video with an apparent list of leaked arcade cabinets set to be released by Arcade1Up in 2024. Now, this list includes arcade classic games such as Smash TV, Street Fighter Alpha, Lethal Enforcer, and even the skating game 720. We've reached out to Arcade1Up for comment on this leaked games list, and here's what they told us.
Fake news.
Keep it tuned to Game Time News as we continue to follow this developing story. Did you miss out on Sony's new Spider-Man 2 themed PS5? Well, fear not, because dbrand has you covered. They've unveiled their new Arachnoplate skins designed to fit either the disc-based or discless PS5. Clearly inspired by Spider-Man, these covers will set you back $64.98 and are set to ship on October 20th. If you like, you can even add options for an adhesive middle skin and a set of red lights. Here's what dbrand themselves had to say about these new skins. The
popular game console
maker
Megacorp
failed to produce enough stock of their
licensed video game
side panels. Thanks for dropping the ball, you
series of expletives.
Starfield has officially released for the Xbox Series XS and PC. And while many people worldwide have been enjoying this game, some owners on PC have expressed their disappointment in the way the game is running for them. Todd Howard was recently asked, "Why didn't you optimize the game on PC?" Here's what he had to say. "We did. It's running great. It's a next-gen PC game." He went on to say, "We really do push the technology, so you may want to upgrade your PC for this game." Many gamers have not taken kindly to Mr. Howard's words. We asked one gamer if she planned to upgrade her PC just so she could play Starfield.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, I think that pretty much says it all. And finally, Atari continues its resurgence and push towards world domination by acquiring yet another company. Over the past few years, Atari has made investments into companies like Antstream Arcade, Playmoji, and Moby Games. Earlier this year, they even acquired Night Dive Studios for $10 million. Now, they've set their sights on the Atari community itself by purchasing the forum/homebrew site Atari Age. The site, which has been in existence since 1998, is well loved among retro gaming enthusiasts. What this acquisition will mean for the future of the site is of major concern to the community that uses it on a regular basis. But Atari CEO Wade Rosen has assured the site's users that they have nothing to be concerned about. By bringing Atari Age into the Atari family, we can ensure this important resource gets the support it needs to continue to fulfill its mission for years to come, said Rosen. Of course, he was also heard over saying, so I guess time will tell. Well, that's it for the news. We now return you to your regularly scheduled broadcast.
This guy an Emmy. Where do you find this guy, Bill?
Oh, we just got lucky. What can I say?
So that's
He's a
all
good
your
newsman.
news. Yeah. Fake news, huh? Arcade1Up sticking with that, huh?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
That's the rumor.
All right. Well, we want to get into a little discussion. It's funny because Tom has his NES collection behind him. And as you guys know, I've been trying to collect for the complete North American set. And you said you're about 40 shy of it, right?
They're all alphabetical order, just waiting for you here.
Man. So Tom was saying
those black and yellow totes, and put them outside just for you, Steven.
Buy one, get 5 free, right?
No.
No, it
I'll
is.
put all the 10-yard fight in that one.
Yeah, there you go. Or
Yeah.
or ice hockey, right? Blades of Steel.
Ice hockey's my jam. Oh,
Yeah.
Blades of Steel.
Blades of
Those are
Steel.
some hits.
Blades of
Yeah.
Steel.
Yeah, Blades of
Great
Steel.
game. I love that game.
Tecmo Super Bowl.
Now you're talking. I have
That's-
a box in the other room ready for the show. It's just called Tecmo. It's
It's-
all
Tell
Tecmo stuff.
you what,
Mm,
So that's what we're going to get into a discussion here in just a second. Take a look at this.
All right, hey guys, I want to talk about a discussion that comes up an awful lot in my game room. When you have all these consoles and things like that, a lot of questions come up as to, you have a lot of games, but you never play them. That's the biggest thing everybody asks. And I'm like, well, what do you mean I don't play them? They're like, well, you don't play them. I never see you take them off the shelf and put them into your consoles. That's partially true. You can see we've got a game here playing on the Sega Genesis. But what's this? Yes, it's a multi-cart. All my consoles that have cartridge or are cartridge-based have some kind of Mega Drive in it. You can see here, any of my disc-based games all have backup DVDs, Blu-rays, or discs to play. We never, ever play the original. I collect them, but we don't play them because we want to preserve all of the nostalgia so that nothing happens. Same way with my Game Gear and the Game Boy, and even, well, Nintendo. We were playing the Nintendo World Championships, but you'll see down here, I have a multi-cart, and then I also have a Master System Master Cart. In the Jaguar, which I'm going to do a video on soon, I have a game drive for the Jaguar and a cart for the TurboGrafx 16. But I also have a lot of the original cartridges and a lot of the original games. But sometimes the games are too expensive and you want to play them, so you want to preserve the life of them. How many of you guys out there do the same thing? Leave a comment in the chat room. Let us know. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment below.
All right, before we get into the discussion, we got a $5 super chat from Kevin Clausen. Oh my God, Bill, that was funny. We got like 5 minutes of jokes. You have something special going on with that bit. Please make a video kicking Will's ass. I'll consider that. But thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that, and I really appreciate the kind words. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I wanted to kind of get into this discussion. Tom, you're a guest. I want to kind of ask you, as a collector, I know you're trying to get out of it. You're trying to get rid of these, but do you find yourself playing the actual cartridges, or you just more or less collect them and then you use like a multi-cart or
it's a little bit of both, but I think I use like a multi-cart more often than play the original hardware. That's being honest.
Is that?
I feel like I want to be honest.
No. Is that because you're trying to preserve the cartridges? You're afraid something's going to happen to them, or
convenience, laziness?
Okay. All right.
Safe place, right? Enough. Amongst friends.
Yeah. What about you, Mike?
Backups. Listen,
Backups.
EverDrives, Terra Onions, you name it, I'm with it. If it can be modded and I don't have to do anything for my convenience, yeah, dude, I'm gonna go with that, piggyback that laziness thing. Granted, stuff does get bought, when you do keep stuff on shelves, but again, I don't want to sit there and pull a bunch of nonsense off the shelf if I want to play something. If I want to play TMNT2, I want to play TMNT2. I don't want to have to go and blow the cartridge out. That's what EverDrives are for. I mean, or a backup. Yeah, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, chat. That's what we're doing around. So yeah, I mean, preservation. Somebody needs to do it, but I don't know if it needs to be me. I don't know if it needs to be me.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Bill, what about you? I mean, you just started in the NES and Atari collecting.
Yep. Well, and same thing. I mean, I'm looking at that. I have not really an EverDrive, but I do have one of those like multi-carts for the NES. I'm looking into one for the Super Nintendo now, and yeah, I mean, I'll pick up games here and there that either pique my interest or hit that nostalgia bone that I want to just preserve and instead have them on the shelf. But yeah, I mean, I get it. I think having the multi-cart is you said it's convenient. You just put it in and you pick the game you want to play. You don't have to go rooting through your other stuff, and you're keeping the other ones from wearing down from use, which a lot of them are getting to that point anyway, as old as they are.
Yeah, I want to talk to the lazy guys here for right. It's like, Tom, you said you do it more for laziness, but there's a lot of guys out there who say I want to play the game, but there's something about pulling that game off the shelf that really tugs on the nostalgic heartstrings.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not have that, Tom, with your setup, or is it just you just want to play the game? You don't care how
it depends on the setting. So I'll give you 2 examples. So if like friends are coming over and you're just hanging out, right, and it's like Friday night, Saturday night, or weekend, just use whatever's first available. I'd say if it's with my kids and, we're having that moment on the weekend where, just relax, like, so I'll say like, hey, let's go downstairs, pick out a game or something, right? And that way there's that vibe. The whole reason, like, I honestly got into a lot of this too is because I wanted my kids to have that same experience that I had, right? And I mean, granted, we had like 5 games when we were kids, but now, like, I want them to have access to that library and want them to have that feel, right? That relive that moment. So,
okay, Moat, you feel the same way, or you kind of?
I mean, my kids were younger; they're a little older now, but yeah, kids ruin things, and kids want to get their hands sticky over stuff. And there was the time where it was, you put this in, you do that. Can I play this? Can I touch Super Nintendo? That's cool. Listen, I get to live vicariously through them. Now putting a cartridge in, now is just, well, here, I'm playing this. It's not a big deal. Let's load it up. They're cool to look at. Yes, I mean, I guess the whole thing now with me, it's like, well, now I want to start going for N64 stuff in boxes, complete in box. That's my new jam, right? But but doing that, like, it takes up space,
Yeah.
And sometimes things just, they're not convenient.
No, you're right.
I hate saying that, but it's a convenience thing, honestly, at the end of the day, because we all get busy. As adults, we're all very busy. So for me, it's that. I mean, yeah, and besides, listen, we're getting old, man. Look, we're getting old. My head's not bald yet, but gosh darn it, I'd like to believe that I like to live like a older, what I'm saying, bald dude. I could just sit and drink on a drink and have cool stuff in my background and stuff, and then just hang out. That's the way I'd like to at least feel. So I'm gonna go with that lazy thing. That lazy thing sounds good.
All right, says Bill, you weren't part of the lazy crew. I want to throw this out there because there's a lot of guys, like Mike Worley's saying in the chat room. Emulators are easy for recording or if you're playing with a group, and he's right. I mean, I do that a lot with footage. But what about the issue that people bring up all the time? Emulation is not the same. It just doesn't play the same, or the delay is there. Do you kind of feel the same way, or does it really bother you?
I think it depends. It depends on the game. It depends on the system. I mean, some stuff is emulated perfectly, and in some cases, dare I say, plays better than it did, on the old ones with, things that they've added to the emulators that the original hardware didn't have. But yeah, I mean, there are still some, look, N64. N64 is still not perfectly emulated across the board. There are some games you just cannot play on an emulator at all. And, that's true of a lot of the newer systems. I mean, if you're talking like Atari 2600, yeah, play it on an emulator. It's not going to be any. It's not going to be better or worse or what. It's just going to be what it is. But said if you're playing like an N64 or something, yeah, you probably want the machine, you want the cartridge, because you're not going to have the same experience.
Like, it only matters when you come to emulation with certain games, like NES, for example. If you're playing Mike Tyson's Punch Out, yeah, you need to play that on the console because the timing is completely different. But for like 99% of the things out there, you can literally just emulate it and it'd be completely fine.
Just get a Power Glove. You won't need to worry about timing.
Power Gloves packed and ready for CGC.
Are you really bringing one? Yeah,
of course. It's so bad.
You know what though? My son. Speaking of that, when we got one, the guy that I bought it from didn't even know if it worked. He had everything for it, and he says, "Look," he says he wanted $100 for it, and I said to him, "Split the difference. You don't even know if it works." I said, "At least for $50, it still looks cool on my wall, right?" I got it home. He's like, "Yeah, that's true." I got it home, plugged it in. so my son, it worked. So we had my son playing Mike Tyson's Punch Out. He's like, Dad, this is awesome. And I'm like, no, it's not.
Wait. See, that woke me up. Can you highlight Game Junction's comment real fast? Saturn emulation is terrible. NES emulation has gotten great, but I don't emulate really. That last part of the sentence can tell that you don't emulate, because Sega Saturn emulation is pretty freaking good right now, as long as you have a graphics card that's strong enough to run it. And as long as you're using the right the right emulator to run the thingy.
Before you get your shorts in a knot with him, Brandon's probably trying to troll, because I always tell him he's a terrible troll.
Oh, well.
So, because I go in.
This might be, then there's an example you're a terrible troll.
I go in his show, and he'll make a comment, and I'll like troll him on it, and Brandy will sit there, Gamer Hammer, she'll sit there laughing, and he just kind of, it's just right over his head. And then he's just like, I said, dude, you are a terrible troll. He's like, I know.
Yeah, that was okay, that's the case. But the second part of that, like the NES, right? Like, that makes sense. For anybody who has an NES Classic, do you guys experience how bad the emulation is on there? How bad the delay is that you play from a console on top of that thing? Play that and then play a freaking NES game on the cartridge, dude. It's horrible.
What about Dash Render here, Mike? He's asking. He says, "What do we all think about the Mister?" And he said the Mister has a Saturn core, which is doing well. He hears.
Mister's good. Mister's good if you got one. You gotta remember everybody doesn't have access to it, but if you have one, Mister's good. We're not going to hate on Mr. at all.
No.
Yeah,
see I told you, Gabe, I knew he was trolling. That's why I said he's like, sorry, guys, I'm a terrible. We're going to have lessons. I'll teach you how to troll. Don't worry.
All you got to do is hang out in the chat and read enough of the chat, man.
You'll figure it out.
Just stick around the home arcade market. You will find out how to troll. I mean, heck, even Tom knows how to troll.
I'm not good at it, I don't think. I don't know.
So your biggest console that you collect for right now, because I've seen your video, like even when you guys do your live streams, is the NES? Is that the only, because you're a lot like me in that sense, where that's kind of how I got into the home arcade stuff too, was Rampage. I saw Rampage and I was like, this was my brother and I's favorite game, and my kids and I, we got it, we were playing it, and yada yada yada. That's why I really got back into collecting, because my son was into it. My daughter started getting into it, just like you, like just showing them, like, these were the good games. Like, is that the only one you really collect for?
Yeah, it's the only system I collect for. Yeah, I mean, I have a ton of other games, obviously, but the one I would say I collect for and have like a list that I manage and monitor for collecting purposes. Yeah, right. That's it.
Well, the space, right? I mean, you see how much room that's almost the whole collection takes.
And like I said, I mean, like I want to get more into cabinets themselves. It's something. I picked up a Mortal Kombat cabinet that's still in my garage. I picked up an Outrun cabinet that's still in my garage. But so.
Are you taking it to CGC?
So maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We have a bunch in a storage locker, so we just packed up. We just bought 2 more cocktail cabinets. We bought an Asteroids cab for CGC. We do have an Outrun, the World Tour one, or whatever it's called, World Adventure. Got a Tetris. We got a Street Fighter 2. We have a cocktail Mr. Dew's Castle, whatever the second Mr. Dew is. But yeah. So some of them I bring to CGC. Other ones, like my Popeye here, I would never bring out, because that was like my first cab, and still want to try to break into the top 3 world record and on the leaderboard on Twin Galaxies. That's like what it's my passion project. Yeah. So
he's holding out. So note to self: nobody play him in Popeye at CGC.
I will destroy you in Popeye. I think I'm 6 or 7 on Twin Galaxies.
Wow.
But I say this not to brag, but if I honestly played and had time to play, I could do it. I mean, I could get in the top 3. I know I could. So I was playing pretty intensely years ago. It was like, put the kids to bed, then go up to the local arcade and play Popeye for 2 hours, come home, go to bed.
Where's Bob when we need him? Wow. Your next documentary, Bob, you need to go up to Cleveland and the Popeye, the Popeye
There are a
saga.
ton of local legends here too. One of my, again, not to go too far down a tangent, but one of the guys that comes to the show every year, who's the arcade I used to play at, John Salter. You Google him really quick. He has the record, which is I don't even know how long it has stood for now, but for the longest arcade game on a single quarter. I mean, Google it real quick. I want to say it's between like 60 and 80 hours, something in there.
For what was that?
He played Armor Attack. Look up John Salter, Armor Attack World Record. But John and I have been friends, really good friends for years, and he had an arcade and shut it down during COVID. But I used to go up to, he's the one that really got me into learning about cabs, learning about patterns, about just memorizing boards. It kind of gave me a little bit of the ropes. But I self-taught on Popeye and watching a lot. Ben Falls is another guy. He actually has a lot of records, a lot of classic games. But I watch his videos, and Max Hereshki is the other guy. I think he's number 2. But you watch a lot of these guys play, just like I know guys do on Donkey Kong and other games. But you watch people play, and that's how you get better. So.
Yeah. So John Salter, Oakland, Ohio, he played the game for 85 hours and 16 minutes on.
I was going to say 84 hours. I was going to say 84 hours.
His total high score was 2,211,990 by the time he was done.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
And that's on a single quarter, right?
Yeah.
And you asked John, and he was at the show last year because he's also a Tron. I think he's top 2 or 3 for Tron. And the guy who's the number 1 record holder was there last year. Again, we're all in the circle of just nerddom. He was there last year at the show. But John will tell you, like, the story is that he told his wife, legit, like, if I die going for record, like, let me die. It's what I want to do. So I kind of, going full circle to CGC, that's what I always tell my wife, like, if I die doing this show, just knowing that how much I haven't slept, how much weight I lose every year doing it, like, just know I do it because I love it. It is
because
like
you love doing it.
I just love it. Love it.
Wow.
Love it.
Before we get to Bill's Retro Game Spotlight and wrap this up, there was a comment in the chat room for you.
Oh, I responded to it.
Did you?
I did respond to it, yeah. It's currently a rumor. It's supposed to be this week sometime. Just like how there was a rumor Nintendo Direct supposed to be this week, but
right,
isn't there a rumor of that every week?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the holiday season, so it's starting to ramp up.
No, I mean like the Nintendo, because everybody every day.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
There's a new Switch 2 rumor. I'm like, guys, just play your dang Switch and wait. For
Listen. No. Those Switch 2 rumors need to be great, and they need to come out because, gosh darn it, I'm tired of playing on this thing. I need a Mario Kart 9 or something, something.
Well, they did say that they're not making any more Mario Karts, or the Mario Kart packs for the current Mario Kart. So that's a step in the right direction, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They definitely do something.
Okay, guys, we're gonna play Bill's Retro Game Spotlight, and then we'll be back to wrap the show up.
Retro Gaming Spotlight.
In 1995, Disney Software and Buena Vista Games released Gargoyles for the Sega Genesis. This was yet another in a long line of games based on Disney properties, this one being based on the fan favorite animated TV series of the same name. In this game, players take on the role of the gargoyle Goliath. Throughout the game, Goliath will take on enemies from both the past and present as he tries to rid the world of an evil talisman called the Eye of Odin. Goliath is able to jump, climb walls, attack with his claws, and even grab and throw enemies. Like many other Disney games at the time, the art style has a hand-drawn look to it that is very reminiscent of the show the game is based on. Upon its release, the game received rave reviews, and while a Super Nintendo version was planned, it was unfortunately cancelled and never saw release, making this game a Genesis exclusive. That is, until now. fast forward 28 years, and Disney has now announced their plans to release a remastered version of the game. It will be a complete reimagining of the classic Genesis game, with updated visuals, animation, sound effects, and music. They've even given the game the usual quality of life improvements many gamers have come to expect, such as rewind features and achievements. Now, the game looks even closer to the animated TV series than ever before. There's even the option to play the game with the original 16-bit look and feel to it for you classic gaming purists out there. Gargoyles Remastered is set to be released on October 19th for PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, and is up for pre-order now. And if you're a fan of physical media, you can also purchase your version of choice from Limited Run Games. So, if you've never had a chance to play this classic Genesis game, you may want to give this remastered version a shot. Thanks for watching, and now, back to game time.
All right, and yeah, so Gargoyles for Genesis. It was a really cool game. I didn't have it back in the day. I've seen it. I've played it a little bit on emulators, as we were talking before, and all. But I'm a huge fan of all those Disney games from back in the day, especially all the ones that were based on the TV shows, DuckTales, Gargoyles, Chip and Dale. All those games were just so much fun back in the day, and for them to be doing a remastered version of this game and bringing it back out, I think is pretty cool.
Awesome. Well, as always, you
Wait. Did you say Chip and Dale or Chippendale? Because that's a
Chip.
Big,
Rescue
Rangers.
Okay.
Rescue
Okay.
Rangers.
Just making sure.
Let's be
Just
clear.
This show just took a turn.
Rangers.
Making sure.
Tom's like,
I know, is this kind of stream? Let's go.
Alrighty then. We'll leave it to Moat.
Look, I'm just asking the question that somebody was going to ask in the chat. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, Tom, we really appreciate you coming on here. We've got CGC next Friday. I'm looking forward to it. I'm super excited. I can't wait to see the atmosphere, as you called it, the Nerd Kingdom, right? I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Meeting you in person and everything. Everybody, it's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, you guys are going to have a great time.
People are on the fence. You sold them today. Can they still get tickets?
That's a great question. Yes, you can. You should head over to GameCleveland.com. That's GameCleveland.com. And again, the show is next Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's at the IX Center, September 22nd through the 24th. Yeah, but in all seriousness, we do shut off tickets basically once. So you'll be able to get tickets leading up into the preview party. Starts at 6 p.m. on Friday night. So that's next Friday. So you get your tickets. We are encouraging people, like you asked the question earlier, if you want to get to play the rarest games, the rarest things, get the all access pass. Gets you in all weekend long, gets you a t-shirt, gets you in an hour early too, which a lot of people I think are even forgetting about that. But if you want to get in at 10 a.m. instead of the standard general admission hours at 11, that'll get you in early. And then the after party is on Saturday from 6 to 10. And the only way to get into that is with an all access pass or VIP pass. So,
dude, I even pre-ordered my t-shirt. Okay. Like when you first put them out there, I pre-ordered it. I got it on my Everbright. I wasn't letting that pass by.
The shirts are pretty solid this year. I love them.
It wouldn't be the one that you happen to be wearing at this present moment, would it?
That I kept on for Chip and Dale.
he was getting ready.
I mean, if I took it off, you'd see the whole thing. But
yeah, no, that's gonna be cool.
That's all right. We don't need to see the whole thing.
I'm not showing you the whole thing. It wasn't even an offer.
We'll see it. We'll see it come. You guys can see it on the website. We'll see it come Friday. Kevin wants to know: can I scalp tickets if I want to make some cash?
No.
I think he's trolling.
Scalp your tickets if you buy my NES collection.
Hey, there you go. He really wants to get rid of that collection.
No, I'm just saying, be a buyer out there. No, but please don't do that. Just come have it. Why would you scalp your ticket? You're gonna have a great time. But honestly, just know, like this isn't like a, some corporate, national, whatever it is thing. Like we're all Clevelanders. We all work really hard on the show. Honest to God, like all year long, we put so much energy into this. We have a lot of cool things that are unique to what we do. And just showing love for everything gaming. So that's what we're all about. So come on out, please support the show so we can grow bigger and better next year and just do awesome things. And thank you guys for having me on. This is fun. Steven, especially you, thank you for being part of it. We're looking forward to seeing what you're going to bring to the show and hopefully bring a great experience. So thank you guys.
And I can attest to your team starting early. Like I was in contact with them, I think like May, June-ish. We had meetings trying to get things going, and everybody's like, September's a ways away. It's like, there's a lot of work that goes into this. So I can't imagine what you guys, you got 50 rolling 50 some deep, and I know what I have to bring, and that's a lot of on your plate. So guys, this is going to be huge. It's going to be awesome. If you can go to one show this year, this is the show you want to go to. It's where everybody's going to be at. That's where all the cool kids are hanging out this year. At least that's what they tell me.
Or at least one bald guy.
One ball. Mike, what do you got going on over in the back alley 7-Eleven? Anything interesting before we wrap? Before we go?
There are a couple things actually. So in an hour, well, not an hour, but whatever, Cornercade's 1K thing, you guys should go check that out. Somehow I got really, really light on the thumbnail, so I don't know what happened. Like she didn't turn the gradient down. I'm like almost like caramel, if that makes any sense. Anyway, this Saturday, for those people who say that we don't run Arcade 1-Up tournaments, there's an Arcade 1-Up Marvel vs. Capcom tournament this Saturday on the Back Alley 7-Eleven channel with some of the best and the brightest in the game in this scene. This Sunday, it's my my side tournament for my championship series that I run. Let's see what else. There's a video I need to put out on the main channel. There's a video I need to put out on the Back Alley channel. Other than that, I'm just hanging out and hanging out and watching football.
He's giving you the stare down.
No. I saw something and I heard something and I was just kind of like, it's a lie. Look, just because you don't know where something's at doesn't mean it's not happening. Kind of took that a little personal, but yeah, that's about it. And I made a point to make sure I took my glasses off. Oh, and we're on the way to 1K over there. We get to 1,050 subs.
You're shaving your head again.
Doing a giveaway. No. I do need to schedule an extra live stream. It was supposed to be in October, but October's kind of packed. So I do need to schedule another charity stream. But there's a video on the channel, on the Back Alley channel, of an unboxing of that Spider-Man PS5 you guys were talking about, and directions on how you could enter to win this. So yeah, there's that. And then 1,050, we're ordering a fight stick, an arcade stick to give away to somebody in the community. So yeah, that's all I got. Nothing major, just that stuff. Nothing too major.
Awesome. Make sure you guys go check him out, Mike of All Trades, on all your major social medias and the Back Alley 7-Eleven. And then Mr. Bill, what do you got going on?
I got a couple of little things in the works. We'll see which ones make it and which ones don't. I tend to play these things by ear and just see where the week goes. But yeah, just to mimic what Moat was saying, definitely go check out Cornercade later on tonight for his 1K celebration stream. I think I may show up on that for a little bit tonight as well, so you can check me there for a little while. And beyond that, yeah, keep an eye on my channel. I'm sure that I'll have something coming up.
Yep, make sure you guys subscribe. Bill's Retro Gaming Show over on YouTube. And yeah, guys, check out, I think it's 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central Time. I think Cornercade's in Central Time. He is doing 1,000 giveaway. I will not be on that stream. He asked me to come on. I was like, dude, I will be in bed. But I made him a nice video. You guys can tune in, congratulating him, and I'll congratulate him here again. Awesome job. Keep up the good work. 1,000 subscribers. It's no easy feat if anybody's ever tried to do that. Once you get to 1,000, then you continue building. So everybody's doing it. So kudos to him. Tune into that show, and you'll see these guys there again. We'll be back next week. as long as somebody doesn't get sick again. And we'll have a good time right before CGC, and then we'll be live all weekend long at CGC and having a great time with everybody that's there in person for once. It'll be the first time ever with some of these guys. So we'll see you guys next week for more Game Time.
Oh, what a long show. I gotta use the restroom. What are you doing here? Why are you here? Can't you see a guy's gotta do what a guy's gotta... You already had me for 2 hours. Like, I gotta go. Like, this is scary. The fact that you're here. Just go. Get out of here. Go. Lights out. I gotta go. Come on. You gotta go. Go. Now.
Yo, wait. Yo, what are you doing here? Yo, you see I'm editing a video, right? Like, stream's over with. Y'all don't need to be here anymore. What, you want to help me edit? Alright. No, I missed a whole clip, so we just gonna go back through it, alright? See, I'm trying to get stuff together. The stream is over. Y'all ain't got no reason to be here anymore. Y'all should just go away. You know what I'm saying? Like, go away. You really want to sit here? Or do you want to go home? Make a decision. Man.
Oh, man, what a long show. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, time to go to bed. Hello? I think you left this on. Hello? Wow. You guys are all still here? The show's over. That's it. There's nothing left. Go to bed. It's over. Go. No, seriously. That's it. Go to bed. Chicka chicka.